Hey guys, and welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. And I thought I would just give you a quarantined in India update because there has been an update. Last night, what I've been told and what I believe is that there was an update announced around midnight that the quarantine lockdown is going to be extended for 21 days. So to April 14th, I believe. So yeah, I woke up this morning and I made a massive mistake by checking the calendar and seeing how many days of to the 31st I thought we still had, and I was like, ugh, 5 days, okay, I can do it, it's fine. And then shortly after that I found out it was extended for 21 days, and I was like, wow. I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm kind of bummed, like everyone's kind of bummed, but however, I am very, very happy and pleased to see that the Indian government is taking it seriously and taking care of their people and their country, and I'm actually really happy to hear that, because I think a lot of people again have misconceptions about India and kind of assume that India wouldn't take it seriously because it's India. And even, sorry, there's some people like singing downstairs, and even when I told my mom and my dad and like people back at home, like, oh yeah, we're on lockdown, we're on quarantine, they were like, oh really? Like, they were surprised, like, oh wow, they're taking it seriously. Like, yes, India does care about their people in their country, so they're taking it very seriously. And so, hey guys again, so I had to stop because I ran out of space on my phone, and there has been actually another update, not like a news update or anything, but something else that happened today. So I came downstairs and there was like a government like hospital or people coming around to check everyone, and we had to fill out these forms to like basically tell about the history of where we've been in the last 30 days. So where are you from, where have you been, your age and all that stuff, your passport number, and like where have you been, like list out all the places you've been in the last 30 days. And then they would go to each person and ask them like if you have a fever or a cough. And most people said yes. Well, everyone said yes, and everyone got like past that questioning except one person. And I'll actually do a more detailed like story video, because it was interesting. It was kind of tense and interesting, but I'll do like another detailed video about that. But the one person that got pointed out, they were basically told you have to like isolate yourself from everyone else here, and I believe it's because she recently only got into the country, and everyone else has had been here. I got here in November, long before Corona was even a thing or even an outbreak or pandemic. No one was talking about it. As far as the rest of the world knew, there was no Corona when I got here, because I got here early November, and I've only been in India in like the last 6 months or so, and I've only been in Goa and Pushkar for the last 30 days. So I was pretty much cleared. They didn't even like bother asking me if I had a fever or a cough. He just kind of asked the guy who runs this place in Hindi if I think, is she okay, and he said yes, and they just let me go. And then I gave everyone this stamp, and I think it says like I don't know, something. It's like a stamp of approval, I guess, that you're okay. And I think they took a list of all the names of the people that are staying here and then put them on like the front of the hotel, because the hotels aren't allowed to like have anyone else here. They actually can't do it because there's this form you have to fill out when you check in guests, and you have to send it to the government, I guess, and it's a way to keep track of travelers. And so if they can't do that, then it's against the law to have someone stay here and not fill out that form. So they literally that form that you do it online is shut down, so no one can take any more guests. My friend was also, oh by the way, yeah, everyone was cleared from the people who came here except the one girl, and yeah, but it was a little tense. Anyway, I'll do a more detailed story time video. But anyway, my friend is in Rishikesh, or a bit further north of Rishikesh, and she put on a Instagram stories about what's going on up there, and she was saying that she was staying in a village and almost all the guest houses and hotels and hostels like kicked like the foreigners out basically. And she's a local Indian actually, but she didn't want to abandon her foreign friends, so she just went with them. And so if they were getting kicked out, she had to get kicked out. She said people are acting a bit, not aggressive, but kind of like standoffish towards foreigners, especially if you're like European or white, but not like aggressive or anything like that. Here, I haven't witnessed any of that. I think that I met one person or two people here that said they did get kicked out of a hotel. But here has been really, again, shanty shanty. Everything's nice, everything's good. But yeah, and I think maybe hotels were kicking people out because they were going to start going around to each hotel and basically taking an inventory of the guest. And maybe hotels just didn't want to deal with it, because from what I understand, the person who runs this hotel is kind of like, he's responsible for us. And so if we keep going out and not breaking the rules and not doing as we told, it can look bad on him and he can get in trouble. And so I think maybe some hotels and hostels just didn't want to have to like put up with being responsible for a bunch of foreigners who at the end of the day is just going to do what they want to do. What else? So yeah, so now the lockdown has extended 21 days, and again, it might be a bummer, but a lot of people around the world have it a lot worse than me, and a lot of people watching this video right now. A lot of people might be locked down in situations that are dangerous, unhealthy, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, have a lack of food, be in food deserts. So right now, like, I think most of us here, like, the best thing to do is just accept the fact that you're in lockdown, and then take the next step on what to do to keep yourself sane and keep yourself happy, keep yourself calm from getting anxiety and stuff like that. A lot of people here are picking up like meditation and writing and journaling and drawing. Somebody here has like a small portable music studio, so they're making music. I mean, I do like feel at some point, like halfway through, people are gonna maybe go a bit stir crazy and maybe tensions are gonna go hot, like get high. I myself am trying to be on my best behavior, follow every last rule, everything they tell me to do it. They want you to walk around in a mask, so I made sure I got my mask. Like, because before the extension a few days ago, there were people still leaving, and like for reasons they didn't have to leave, because you can leave and you can get food and pharmaceuticals, the essentials, the things you need. And this person just wanted to go to a restaurant, which is stupid because restaurants are closed, and she wanted a particular porridge, and she was really adamant she wanted to go. And as the person who runs this place was asking people, like, please, unless it is essential, do not leave. And he explained that I can get in trouble, and the fact that people just weren't caring about that is just, I'm not going to get into how I feel about that, because to me it's so disrespectful. Like, the people who run this place don't have to be as hospitable as they're doing right now. They could have kicked everyone else. They both have homes and they both have families. There's two people, it's a couple in this place. They could have easily gone home to their families, shut this place down, and said, you guys are on your own. I don't know how I'm going to help you. They're being so hospitable, let us stay here and make sure we're fed and all that stuff. And for people to just completely disrespect this person and be like, I'm going to go outside anyway, shame on you. Shame on you. It is not about you. The world did not evolve around you. And so anyway, that person's gone now, and I'm really, really happy. And he basically said, like, if you do not follow the rules and you want to leave, get your bags and go, and don't come back. And I totally agree with that. So yeah, but other than that, it's freaking crazy, because it's just like, if you think about it, we're all going through this together. This is pretty much internationally, and we are all going through this together. We're all going to have this in common, this story in common, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're all experiencing this right now on some level all together. Like, I've been through things like 9/11 and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, it hit the world, but it was more like the US and the Middle East. And even though the world knew about it, it felt more like the Americans went this together, or something like that. But this seems so like, I've never been through something that was this international, this epic, and this much affecting almost the entire world. And we're all going this together. We're all, until the day we like die, we're all gonna have this story in common. And I just really hope that people don't let the opportunity waste to like come together and, I don't know, reassess your life and reassess your goals and see what's really important right now, instead of taking this opportunity and just building up prejudice and bias and racism and stuff like that. I understand you want to keep your family safe, and it's not just people from China. Everyone, all foreigners are being like experiencing this right now. And even if you were like an Indian local and you just came back from another part of the world, you might actually experience it. So everyone's kind of experiencing this. Not me in particular. I'm actually fine, but I just hope like this social distancing and being sort of like untrusting of one another won't continue as a trend once Corona is gone. But anyway, I just want to say again that I'm so grateful for the host of this place. I'm so grateful that I'm safe. I'm so grateful that the Indian government is taking this seriously. I'm so grateful that my family is okay. By the way, I did check on everyone. My family's okay. They're all self-isolating. And I just like encourage, especially if you're a tourist, especially if you're traveling, like, don't be an a-hole. Like, just don't be an a-hole. Like, follow the rules. Do what you're told. The faster we are cooperate and isolate and do the things we need to do so we don't continue this, the better. And the sooner we can get back to our lives and be more appreciative of the fact that you can move about and you have the freedom to travel, you have the freedom to buy the things you want to buy. Maybe people will finally reassess like how like first world their life really is and all the comforts they always have and probably take it for granted. I don't know, pick up a hobby, learn something new. But anyway, that's the update. Thanks again. Leave in the comments in the comment section below if I got anything wrong. Please correct me because I do not want to spread fake news. Okay, so that's it, guys. Leave a comment and share this video if you think anybody needs to see it.